Hello, everyone. Just want to quickly explain what happened to me a few days ago. Um, my plan was to get back on camera more and try and work that into the schedule more. And then this happened. I think 2 days ago, I was making a U turn on a 45-mile-an-hour highway, and it was a legal U turn. There's a lane you get in off to the left where you can make your U turn legally. So I look for oncoming traffic. It's late at night. There's nothing. I don't see a damn thing. There's nothing. I start to make my U turn. Halfway into the U turn, I catch out of the corner of my eye a motorcycle, Japanese style bike, speeding towards me. I slam on the brakes. Dude's bike hits the very front tip of the car. Uh, Bike comes to a dead stop. He goes flying right over the hood, right in front of our faces, onto the street. So I pull off to the side, behind where the guy fell on the ground and his motorcycle's on the ground. And I put the hazard lights on. Hopefully oncoming traffic doesn't hit us, because there's still traffic coming, down the road. And of course, people don't notice the bike right away. So our car almost got hit again. The guy's bike almost got hit again. Um, I got out and asked if the guy was all right. He says, "I'm okay. I'm okay. But maybe it's adrenaline. I don't know." And he sits down, and he's able to get up on his own 2 feet and walk over to the curb and sit down. And he seems okay. And he kept saying, "I'm okay. I'm okay." Um, a bunch of people came out of nowhere. I don't know where. It was late at night. There all of a sudden there's 5, 10 people gathered around this whole scene. Of course, the cops come. The motorcycle guy gets taken away in the ambulance, and we gave our side of the story, or what happened, to the police, and then we left. And the car was drivable home, but once we saw it in the daylight, the next day, there's a literal the guy hit the car so hard that the whole right side of the car up front, the front right corner, is just fucked. Headlight gone, just that whole corner, front right corner of the car is just fucked. There's a hole in the hood. The hood's pushed all the way over to the other side. The car looks terrible. So we call the insurance company, of course, and we were, you're never really sure of what kind of coverage you have, because we had bought a newer car. That Audi I showed you guys months and months and months ago, we sold that a while back, and we got a newer, lesser model of a car. Like, an Audi's a more expensive car. That was a used Audi, which was in excellent condition, that we bought last year or whatever. I can't remember, that I showed you guys. We got rid of that after about like 6 months, maybe even a little bit longer. And we got this other car, a Toyota. And the reason we got a Toyota is because the last Toyota, you didn't have to put oil in the motherfucker. It still ran. It just would not die. That's why we bought a Toyota. And the car was perfect, except for one little piece of fender, because they're making cars so cheaply now with thinner metal. This one little piece on the fender kind of came out and wasn't matching perfectly. That was the only thing wrong with the car. Not when we bought it. When we bought it, it was perfect. Eventually, this little piece of the fender just popped out for no reason. But the car was perfect. Now it's fucked. So insurance will cover it. Mostly got to pay a $500 deductible. Don't know how long it's going to take to get fixed. We only have coverage for a rental car for, I don't know, a few weeks. I have a feeling the car is going to take more than a few weeks to fix. It needs a whole new front end at the bottom. It needs a new hood. It needs the lighting on the right side, and all that needs to be redone. I have no idea how long it's going to take. So again, I always kind of wanted to talk about this. The Audi that we got rid of months and months ago. One of the reasons we got rid of it was too big. It wasn't right for what our purposes. It had design flaws such as the air conditioning hose where the water comes out. You know, every car has it. It's a hose that drains from the air conditioner. All the water, the condensation goes out the hose. Well, with the Audi, if you go online, you'll see 100 videos about Audis, Porsches, and Volkswagen SUVs. All the problems they have. There's a million videos on it. I was horrified once I bought the Audi, and then I saw how many videos were for these little different problems that Audis, Porsches, and Volkswagens have, and BMWs. Mostly all the European cars have these issues. The SUVs. I don't know if they fixed them over time, because remember, ours was used, but even newer Audis, SUVs, and Porsches, etc., and BMWs, these videos are still out there. So what would happen is the hose that comes out of the air conditioner comes out at a part near the engine where the exhaust is, where the exhaust pipe connects. So what it would do is it would fuse the end of the hose. So if I didn't use the air conditioner for a day or 2 days, the end of the hose would be fused. So then when I turn on the air conditioner, eventually after 2 days, it would just fill up with water and then it would back up into the car. The way to solve this problem with your Audi, Porsche, BMW is you have to get in to where the hose comes out or pull it into the car. And you got to snip the end of the hose because they have these weird flaps on the end of the hoses so things can't crawl up inside or get up inside. So with the Audi, BMW, Porsche SUVs, this is what you would have to do. You'd have to go clip all these drainage hoses and the air conditioner drainage hose. That was one problem. Another design flaw it had is all the controls were right by the shifter for the whole car, for the MMI, everything. Well, there's two drink holders right behind where all those controls are. So there's a million videos online of Audis, Porsches, BMWs, especially Audis, where people have spilled things onto the controls and the board is ruined and you got to order a new board. Costs thousands unless you get it from like Korea online and hope it works. There were drainage hoses from the sunroof that come down the front of the car, that come down the back of the car. Well, one of the drainage hoses runs right next to all your stereo components, your navigation components, and all that bullshit. So you'd see a million videos on YouTube of people with ruined MMI systems because they didn't design the drainage properly. They didn't put a butt end at the top of the hose. Where the hose comes down, there's a cap over the hose, not into the hose, which allowed water to run on the outside of the drainage hose that's next to all the stereo equipment. This is just some of the horrible design flaws of Audi, and that's why we got rid of it. It wasn't because the car ran great. Oh, another real horrible problem with the Audi. We took it to 3 different mechanics over the course of owning it. None of them knew how to fix it. We went to a high-end mechanic that has Audi, Porsche, BMW on the window, real big. So they should know how to fix it, right? Since they're advertising it. Well, they didn't fix it properly first time. Then we took it to a low-end mechanic, and he said, you know what? We don't even work on Audis because the information on Audis is very hard to get for mechanics. And we have to comb over things and do things we don't normally do to fix an Audi. So we really don't know about Audis. We're telling you in advance. So we didn't take it there for the next thing we needed fixed. Then we went to a middle of the road mechanic, not high end, not low end, middle of the road to put coils in and stuff. What do you call that? A tune-up, basically, which cost $1,000. Coils and spark plugs. Motherfucker had the car for a week and a half. Obviously, they didn't know how to fix it either. We pick up the car finally. I get, I don't know, half mile down the road. I make a right turn. All of a sudden, the car starts fucking up left and right. What happened was They didn't install one of the coils properly. So when I made a turn, the coil came loose. Whole car's fucking up, doing all kinds of things, very dangerous. Had to take it right back, complain. Then they had it for like another week trying to figure it out. My point is, we couldn't find a mechanic that knew how to fix a fucking Audi properly. A lot of people have Audis down here. I don't know why we specifically going to 3 different places, high end, mid grade, and low end, none of them could fix it properly. So that's why we got rid of that motherfucker. Then we bought the Toyota 2019, newer, cheaper. Fucked us on the loan, of course, but that's beside the point. So now we're driving the Toyota. Great. None of these drainage problems. Bullshit. And I had a Jeep Cherokee back in the day, a very nice one, and I never remember these drainage issues. But with the European cars, the European SUVs, I guess it's a thing. So now the Toyota's fucked. Now I'm driving a Chevy Malibu from a rental company. And it's a decent car. It runs well. It's a little better made than a Toyota. It's got some thicker metal, better at concealing road noise. The stereo fucking blows. Has no bass. Stereo sucks. I can't believe that a car this nice has this shitty of a stereo, and all the speakers work and everything works. So that's what I'm driving now, but that's just a rental, which we have to give back at some point. Hopefully our car's fixed before that. So yeah, my plan was to get back on camera more, but now I got to work more because my car's fucked and I got to get it fixed quickly before the rental insurance runs out. Got to pay a $500 deductible to the insurance company or to the mechanic. The insurance company picks up the rest on top of our rent, on top of our car payment, which is disgusting. So it's kind of throwing a monkey wrench in my plans to get back on camera more. And I just wanted to explain this to you people. So when you wonder why he's not on camera or whatever, well, that's why I got to work, 14 hours a day to try and pay for this stuff. Unbelievable. And yes, it was like a movie. Imagine a man flying over your hood after he smacks into your car on his motorcycle, right in front of your face, literally a foot from your eyes. You see a man going 50 miles an hour over your hood, landing on the street. I'm still in shock from it. Let's put it that way. I still have not gotten over it. It's got me all messed up. So anyway, if anyone can help, I appreciate it. Believe me, I've been paying attention and I know how rough it fucking is. And I don't know how people are making it because we're barely making it. Cost of living is out of fucking control. I never thought I'd get to the point. Well, actually I did. I thought eventually in my life I would see an era in this country where even if you had a job making $20 an hour, you still wouldn't be able to afford rent, car payment, utilities, all that stuff. And that's where we're at now. Even at $20 an hour, if you're living by yourself, you still can't make it. Rent's $2,000 a month, etc. So I get it, people. I won't be mad at anybody if you can't help. I understand how fucking disgustingly hard it is out there. But if you can help, I'd appreciate it. I'm going to put the PayPal up. Don't send Zelle. If anyone still remembers Zelle, don't send it through Zelle. I don't have that bank account anymore. I have a different bank account now. And no one has sent Zelle ever to it, so I don't even have it hooked up yet. But if you can help out, please do. I hope everyone has a great day, better than ours. My throat's getting dry. And I hope all of you watching this never get in a car accident for the rest of your life, because it's fucking horrible. Anyway, please help if you can. Have a great evening.